good one on tap in the AFC South. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Mike Tirico, my partner Greg Olson, set to bring this to you. Kaimi Fairbairn getting this one started. And off we go from Houston. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So here come the Jaguars, and Greg, it brings out Trevor Lawrence. Many ups and downs in his first 4 seasons. Now year 5 for the former #1 overall pick out of Clemson.
So he's entering season number 5, and make no mistake about it, Mike, at times he has shown flashes of brilliance, but they just can't seem to put it all together to be a perennial playoff contender. Now new coach, new situation. Can he become the franchise quarterback that they need him to be, that they drafted him to be? Because if he can turn in those consistent high-level performances, I think he can change the future of this franchise pretty quickly.
And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
15 yards.
About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Jaguars.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
On the move left. He keeps it himself. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. Wow, they are moving the ball to start this drive. 21 on that play.
First and 10.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
He's got room to roam. And they're going to be set up right around the 10-yard line.
A gain of
That's good for 27 and a first down.
Another Jaguars first down. A gain of 27 on the play. And a Jaguar first down.
And this offense just continues to methodically move the ball down the field here on their opening drive, Mike. And I think defensively, they've got to figure something out. Otherwise, this has the looks for one of those long days in the office.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Tackle made back at the 17-yard line.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. It's Lawrence. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Ball incomplete. Coverage standing there. Able to jar the ball free in a big spot, and now it is 4th down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
So it is 4th down. That'll bring on Cam Little for this Jaguars field goal. This from 34 yards. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
Three points on that opening drive. We'll see the response as the kick's away. Here's Tremont Smith on the return. Now an opening past the 30. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. So out come the Houston Texans, and Greg, it is one of the good quarterbacks in the league. Offensive Rookie of the Year, number 2 pick in that 2023 draft. Year 3 for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State.
We had a chance to see him out on the field early in pregame, and I thought he looked really sharp. I thought he looked focused. We had a chance to talk to him earlier in the week, and he's excited for this opportunity today. He thinks he's got a chance to lead this offense and have a lot of success, and ultimately the #1 goal is to come out with a victory.
And he can hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
To Christian Kirk. That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, here's Stroud. And he's going to have the first down, taking down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Texans, first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he'll get about 5.
Kevin Boyd on the stop. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Got his man. It's Kirk. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
And the Texans.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
It is a big-time play for Houston, and even 30 yards.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. Here's Chubb. And he's into the end zone. Nick Chubb. Touchdown, Texans. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Texans move out to a 7-3 lead. kick it off. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see the football for the second time. They'll start out first down and 10. Play fake. Here's Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Travis Hunter was the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
This offense has to do a better job of generating chunk plays once he gets outside the pocket and they transition into scramble drill. Instead, nobody uncovers downfield. He forces a difficult throw, and luckily it falls incomplete.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's what you call a wasted series. They come out here and they decide we're just going to air it out. 1st, 2nd, 3rd down. All 3 incompletions, and now brings up 4th down. And barring some crazy decision here to keep your offense on the field, you're going to find yourself right back on the sideline.
On 4th down, here's the AFC Pro Bowler from a year ago, Logan Cook to punt. Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. The Texans offense ready to take over for their second possession. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. To throw, it's Stroud. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
And it's a big play there for his first catch of the game. And not only does he get a nice chunk of yards, but now he puts his offense in plus territory as they try to see if they can end this drive with some points.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind. And while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud now sets up a screen for Chubb. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get their man, and it's no gain.
Brings up 3rd down.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Stroud. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Christian Kirk.
Great pass rushers live for 3rd down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So on 4th down, on comes Tommy Townsend to punt for Houston. Parker Washington awaits for the Jaguars. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Brings up second.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Second and 10. To throw is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
No gain on the play.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive lineman to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. And he's going to make a fair catch just beyond his own 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
To throw here on first and 10. He'll find the rookie out of Iowa State, Jaden Higgins. So after one, it's the Texans who have the early lead. And more from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins as they've got it with first and 10. They'll run it straight ahead with Chubb. There he goes, inside the 30. And he's in. Nick Chubb, touchdown Texans. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Now Fairbairn for the extra point. It's up and it's good. And the Texans extend their advantage to 14-3. And so after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense headed back to take over once more. They trail now 14-3, so an 11-point deficit as they start things out with first and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Mike, when you're completing less than 35% of your passes, you're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL. He's just too erratic throughout the course of the game. Sometimes it's exactly how they practiced, and at other times it looks like they've never practiced at all.
Now second down throw for Lawrence. This one going to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Third and a long way to go. Here's Lawrence to throw. Flush to his right. Across midfield, shot out of a cannon. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Oh, just a terrible feeling. The penalty wipes out that long touchdown. Here's Logan Cook now, as he is on to punt for Jacksonville. Fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The Houston offense going to make their way back onto the field. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Start on the ground, and that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring them down for a big loss.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Stroud to throw. Now, screen set up for Marks. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Stroud going to set up the throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it. That is Josh Hines Allen from his defensive end spot to record the sack.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Here's Tommy Townsend now, and he'll be looking for something better after that poor first punt. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The Jaguars offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the tight end screen, and he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
All
right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. And he's going to get this. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 4
You could see
yards.
that he was trying to find something downfield, trying to take a shot there on third and short, but really nice job understanding there was nothing downfield, no need to force it. Get the ball underneath, get a fresh set of downs, and start over again.
On first and 10, Lawrence. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
On the jet sweep, here's Travis Hunter. And that'll give him the first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
Really nice physical run off the jet sweep. You traditionally think of these plays, Mike, as more of like a finesse play, more of a speed, just outrun everyone to the perimeter. But really nice job breaking tackles, and it's pretty easy to see why they want to get the ball in his hands.
Big old play action for Lawrence. Wide open is the tight end. He's got this one. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
That one good for 29.
First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Having a tight end that can contribute in the passing game, Mike, I mean, it just seems like it's become more and more common throughout the entire league. And not only do you have to be reliable, but you have to be athletic enough after the catch to take advantage of some of these targets. So it's exactly what he does here, and you can tell why he's such a big part of this offense.
And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
That is incomplete, taking the shot there as we reach the 2-minute warning. Third down, they need 5. Throwing is Lawrence. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he'll get this down to the 2-yard line. First and goal as they convert on third down.
Jaguars first down. First and goal.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on third down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal. Now Lawrence. It is brought in the end zone. Travis Hunter. Touchdown Jaguars.
Jacksonville.
It seems to me they were kind of holding this play call for this exact situation, Mike. First and goal, down here near the goal line, and they had this one worked up all week. Simple pitch and catch, and it works to perfection.
Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jaguars are back within 4. It is 14-10.
Jaguars 10.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Texans offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Throwing is Stroud. Over the middle. He's got the tight end Schultz.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Stroud. To the middle of the field, caught by Higgins.
And that first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, C.J. Stroud. Throw left side, taken in by Kirk. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd, as they'll stop with just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Stroud to throw here on 1st down. Taken in by Marks. And he's close to another 1st down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Here's 2nd and 2. One final throw before the break. That's to the left side in the hands of Bryant. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. This is still anyone's game here. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand as the 2nd half is about to get underway. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Texans offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stroud. That is caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A big one there to start the second half. 38 yards.
First down.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Got his man. It's Kirk. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
A 7-yard pickup.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On play action. Stroud. Throw right side taken by Bryant. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. It sets up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
A bit of a
and
quick
2.
hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They'll try and run it here, and it's Chubb. 14 on the pickup. 1st down for Houston.
Anytime you're having a really good drive like this, Mike, you just hate to see it stall out on the fringe of the red area. But in this case, not only do they pick up some good yardage on the ground, they get a fresh set of downs to hopefully go in and finish this drive with a touchdown.
Once again, it's Chubb. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Kirk is the motion man. On 2nd down, Chubb. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Been a good drive, but they need to convert here on 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. To the goal line and in. Nico Collins. Touchdown, Houston.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Fairbairn to add the extra point. His kick is good, and the Texans are out to a 21-10 lead.
Jaguars 10.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it up. He'll start at the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jags offense and their two-way star, Travis Hunter, set to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a 1st down. drive begins with a carry from Etienne. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
They'll run once more with Etienne. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down.
It's a
and after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Now a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Etienne. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. C.J. Stroud and the Houston offense set to get going again. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. Going to tuck this one on the zone read. And he'll be met in the backfield and drop behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. To throw, it's Stroud. They'll try to hit him with a screen. And that one's just too long to get going. They'll come up and stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
It's 3rd down and 12.
3rd and long. Now, Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
The Texans getting all set to punt. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to get back at it. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Give it to Etienne to start this drive. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game. And you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
left side, caught by Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hands, and results in a completion.
And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35.
A gain of 10 yards.
It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Jacksonville.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They have a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. 4th quarter now, and it'll begin with a run by Etienne. Oh, the elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up 1st and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively now, you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll run it here with Etienne. And he will score! Game on! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Pivotal moment here for the Jaguars. They're going to go for 2.
The Jaguars.
To throw is Lawrence. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the 4th quarter.
I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on 2-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
First and 10.
The Texans offense and their star running back, Nick Chubb, set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Off the play fake. Here's Stroud. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I don't think this lead is insurmountable by any means, Mike, but they're going to have to find a way to take advantage of some of these possessions as they try to close this game out.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They run a toss to Chubb. And he's fouled up after a gain of a yard.
Kevin Lloyd on the stop. A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Third and 9. Stroud to throw. He'll air one out for Higgins. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10.
Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's swung out to ETN. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Lawrence from the gun here on 3rd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
I see a lot of tired legs out there on both sides of the field, Mike. Looks like this pass rush has found a little bit of a second wind. They come away with a big-time sack, and it brings up 4th down.
They're all set to punt this one away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. And they'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Texans offense ready to see what they can do. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They send one of the tight ends in motion to the left. They'll start on the ground with Chubb. And he ran right through one tackle, fighting forward. Good gain on the ground for about 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll go with Chubb. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll send a tight end in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Chubb. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Stroud gonna set up to throw, and he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
13 more on that play, and quickly another first down.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. They'll stay on the ground with Chubb. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock going to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Stroud. He'll let this go towards the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. Christian Kirk. Touchdown, Texans. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the 4th quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the 4th quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, remember, all scoring plays are reviewed. Tight game, tight call. We're going to take a good long look at this one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over. Remember, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear, incontrovertible visual evidence to the contrary. In other words, it's got to be the truth.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board. Now Fairbairn for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Texans will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Jaguars 18.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Here comes 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for ETN. And they'll pick up the 1st down, a gain of about 4.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing it.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
Second down, they need 7. Back to throw. Lawrence. Going over the middle, this one is complete. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a 1st down.
It's a gain of 10.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. It comes with 36 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Second down and 3. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Parker Washington was the intended receiver. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a 1st down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun. And he's able to find his man near the sideline. And he's able to extend this drive.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and He's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
And that final throw here is intercepted. So it's a win here for the Texans. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.